Hello, beautiful people of podcast land. Welcome to my final episode of 2020. I wanted to come on here and just give a little bit of intention for next year. I have done an episode already on my review of 2020 a couple of weeks ago, so you can go back and check that out if you haven't already. And I was thinking about it over the Christmas break and thinking to myself, what is my goal for 2021? What am I trying to achieve? And I kept getting stuck. I kept getting stuck around what is it I want to achieve and how am I going to achieve it and when am I going to achieve it and who am I going to achieve it with and all these questions. And it kind of got me thinking, is there a simpler way of doing this? And after much thought and a bit of reading and kind of just speculating over the whole thing, I decided to actually come up with something that I like to call intentions. So instead of setting goals for 2021, I'm going to be setting intentions. And those intentions are essentially going to make sure that I do what I set out to do, but not necessarily with the pressures of having to complete a certain goal or a certain, certain thing. So I wanted to just go through them with you, and hopefully they may resonate with you, and they may resonate with your goals and your intentions and your progress going into 2021. So first of all, I want to start with values. Values are something that if you don't have, they're worth getting. They're essentially like the compass of your life. If you know what your values are, then you know where you're going. You know what decision to make in a sort of left or right, up and down, right or wrong kind of thing. You know what you need to do in order to get to where you want to go. So your values come out of the feelings of when you feel the most lit up. If you think back to a time when you were in, your childhood, for example, and you can think of something where you felt really proud or you felt really accomplished or really happy or maybe really relaxed. Those are the times that you want to start writing down. And the best way to find out your values is to write those anecdotes, those stories, those times down on a piece of paper. And then look at the common denominators. So when you felt proud, when you felt happy, when you felt content, when you felt relaxed, what were you doing at that time? Maybe were you abroad, or were you with family, or were you with your colleagues, or were you starting something new? Were you learning something? And if you start to see a sort of similarity within them, those are the values that you respect the most. So to give an example, one of my biggest values is vitality. I feel amazing when I've exercised, when I've eaten well, when I've slept well. Those are really important things to me. And I look back on my life and think, when was I most happiest? When was I most relaxed? When was I most chilled? When was I most happy, essentially? And it was when I was in good health and good vitality. So one of my intentions is to continue that for next year. Another one is growth. Growth is a great one because it covers so many different aspects of your life. But growth for me means always learning something new, having that growth mindset that thinks, I don't know it now, but I can learn it tomorrow. So whether that's doing a course, going back to uni, going to learn a new skill, whether it's just reading every day, listening to a podcast every day, you can learn something from just putting yourself out there and absorbing information through the amazing amount of data and tech and information there is out there in the world. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, all these other ones, that's not learning. That's consuming, right? You don't want to consume, you want to create. And the way you create is by consuming better information, i.e. reading books, listening to podcasts, watching TED Talks, and then regurgitating that information into social media and creating things for other people to be inspired by and to be motivated by. Okay. So growth is a big one for me. And I think this year I'm going to set the intention of growing, not just physically in terms of my mental capacity and my body. I'm running another Ironman this year. So I'm going to really push myself in that respect, but also mentally, I'm going to learn more. I'm going to try and grow my business. I'm going to try and grow my knowledge base. I'm going to try and grow everything that I can in my life so that I can look back on this year and think, yes, I've evolved. I've become a better human. Lifestyle, big one. Lifestyle for me is being able to wake up every morning and have the ability to do whatever I want. Now, that sounds quite sort of, how do I put this? Sounds quite entrepreneurial, sort of quite far reaching. Some people might think, oh, that's impossible. How do you get that unless you're a multi-squillionaire or whatever it might be? It's not the case. I'm lucky to work for myself, but I also believe that being self-employed, having your own business, is one of the best things that anyone can ever do. I think that you have so much more freedom over your life, and it means that if it's a nice sunny day, you can just get up and go and do something and maybe work later. Or if you've got something that you want to do over the weekend, and you want to take an extra Friday off, you work a little bit harder on the Thursdays and the Wednesdays beforehand to get that stuff done. You're not constricted to, you know, the times in which you're meant to be at work. And the thing is, with the world we live in today, is that working from home has allowed a lot of that. And I think a lot of people I've certainly spoken to have realized that working from home is actually a bit of a taste of what it could be like to work for themselves. So I think lifestyle is a big part of that. Attached to lifestyle, though, is also being able to do the things that make you happy. So whether that be exercising, whether that be, seeing friends, whether that be going on holidays, whether that be, just simply, doing things around the house that you need time for, reading a book, whatever it might be. Fitting those things into your day is super, super important. And I think that going forward into 2021, setting the intention of having a good lifestyle is really important. I think you can take a lot of insight from the working less to be able to do more. And that's definitely something that you can adapt to your lifestyle. Opportunity is an amazing one. And it comes right back to what I think this whole podcast for me is going to be about today. But opportunity is about allowing yourself to be found by others that may be looking to do something with you. And the way you do that is by showing up. The way you do that is by talking to people. The way you do that is by networking and making sure that you are available to anyone that sees your potential. As human beings, we don't necessarily always see our true potential until somebody else points it out to us. So let someone see your full potential by showing up and showing them what you can do. Opportunities come out of all sorts of orifices, of all sorts of places in every nook and cranny of the world. And some people think that people that get opportunities are lucky. I don't think luck is luck as we know it. I think luck is when opportunity and skill meet. So if you've got a skill set that you're building over the last couple of months and maybe this next few months into the first half of the year, build a skill and then put yourself out there, and that opportunity will create the luck that means you get to the next place where you want to be. Relationships are the thing that drive us as human beings. It's what makes us human. It's having social connections with people. Now, this year has been one of complete distancing. We've had to not see each other because of what's going on, but that doesn't mean we can't keep relationships going. Text friends, message friends, Zoom friends, WhatsApp friends, whatever you need to do, just keep in touch with people. Reach out to new people. We live in a social environment. We've got so many social media networks that you can talk to people on. Just reach out to find someone in your field, find someone that's interested in stuff you're interested in, and just keep connecting with people. So my values are summed up to allow myself to intentionally move forward in this year to essentially show up. And I'm going to show up in every single possible way that I can, in the best way I can, to be able to show the world what I'm all about and to try and be my true self. So I'm going to show up with my training, fitness training. I'm going to show up with my job, with my business. I'm going to show up with my friends. I'm going to show up with my learning. I'm going to show up with my growth. I'm going to show up with saving money. I'm going to show up when I can do things like travel, and I'm going to show up every single day. I'm going to try and show up and show the world who I am, what I'm doing. And I would implore you to do the same, because it will change who you are as a person if you start showing up as the right person moving forward. People start to recognize that. You look at anyone on social media who you follow and respect, they are showing up as their true selves. And that is such a hard thing to do when you haven't, it's such a hard thing to do if you're not being yourself. But if you're being yourself, it's like breathing. You just do it and it happens, and it's amazing. So as a final note on this podcast, as I said, it was quite a short one, but I wanted to just say 2021, be open. Be open to opportunities, be open to growth, be open to new relationships, be open to doing things that scare you, be open to doing things outside your comfort zone. Be kind to people around you. Don't know what they've been going through or what they've been gone through this year. So be kind to them. Be kind to them, they'll be kind back to you. Be resourceful. Find things that you need when you need them. And otherwise, just trust that you have everything you need right now where you are. Be patient. This year is it's completely made everyone stop. So if it carries on for another 6 months, maybe another year, that's fine. It's a very small drop in what is going to be an amazing life ahead. And actually, I think that this is going to shape us as better as humans moving forward. So just be patient, just be kind to those around you, and make sure that you have the resources ready to go when things do kick back into action, because they will, and it will come very, very soon. Be healthy, keep fit, eat well, move more, drink less, all those things. Do them, every single day, and you will not regret it. If there's one thing I can take away from this year, it's that my sobriety, 8 months almost, and I'm feeling incredible. It's the best decision I ever made. And I think that one small change can make such a huge impact. What impact can that make on you if you were to just eat better, move more, drink less, all those things? Be happy. It doesn't take much to make a smile, right? I love smiling, and it makes you feel better when you smile, not just other people around you. So just connect those ears with that big, fat, lovely, grinny smile of yours. Just smile, 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 and you'll be amazed how many people smile back. Be lucky. As I said before, opportunity meets skill equals luck. So build that skill set now and put yourself out there and let the opportunities roll in. You will be the luckiest person in the world. And be grateful. Be grateful you're still on this planet. Be grateful that you are living through these times. Be grateful that you have the people around you to support you. Be grateful that you are able to have the technology to listen to things like this and to learn from information on the internet. Be grateful that you've got the ability to be able to stand above whatever comes in your way and move forward with it. And become an example for others to live by. This is what I'm doing this podcast for. It's to try and inspire others to be somebody that they may not know who they are yet. So open yourself up to others. Be bold. Be different. As Oscar Wilde said, be yourself, because everyone else is taken. People respect you when you show up as the most individual version of yourself. And I think that moving forward, if you're not being yourself, you're doing not just you, but everyone else around you a disservice. So yeah, as a final note, on this last day of 2020, I'd like to just say thank you for all you that listen to my podcast on a weekly basis. Thank you for showing up to listen to me. I will continue to show up to make this stuff for you. And I want to wish you a happy, happy new year and an amazing 2021. Catch you on the flip side.